We're going to take you on a very exciting tour today. We are on board the USS Lexington in Corpus Christi. The USS Lexington was a World War II aircraft carrier.
Yeah, and today's video is super personal for me because my dad served in the Navy on an aircraft carrier as an aircraft mechanic in the 60s. And so being on board this really made me feel connected to him. I will say too, if you have anybody in your family or friends that have served in the Navy on a ship like this, definitely check this out. In fact, if you have any military personnel, what we've done is curated a list of military museums throughout the United States, and you can access that in the link in the description below.
Yeah, so the USS Lexington actually was nicknamed the Blue Ghost.
Why was that?
Well, the reason was that she was reported sunk at least 4 times by the Japanese radio propaganda called Tokyo Rose.
I've heard of
and of course, she was blue.
All right, Jackie's gonna get in the brig. She's a bad girl.
Oh
Shut the door. Shut the door.
So
All right. She would last about 10 minutes in there without crying.
We have linked to the USS Lexington's website below where you can check on pricing, hours of operation, and different tour availabilities.
And we ended up with a private tour of the Lexington, kind of a behind-the-scenes things with Bill, and here he comes. He's awesome.
Now, all these famous people, entertainers, politicians, military men, there's MacArthur and Nimitz.
Right.
All these famous people have been aboard this ship at one time or the other over the years.
Cool.
Now, how come Blake Shelton got such a big one there?
I'm glad you asked that. Blake Shelton came aboard to shoot a Pepsi commercial for the Super Bowl, and he gave a concert out there on the flight deck. And Blake Shelton is the last person that got special permission to spend a night in the captain's bedroom. Here's the captain's head. His bathroom, shower to the left.
Gotcha. At least it was his.
But Blake Shelton got to spend a night in that bed. In here, that safe in the corner, that's where the captain kept all his intelligence, all the secret, top secret stuff.
Is this his office?
You have a Marine, I'll show you his office after a while. But there's a Marine on guard in this area. You could not get in that room without proper security clearance.
Gotcha.
So we uploaded the entire tour with Bill. It's raw footage, but it's very interesting. It's just way more detail than we have the time to include in this video.
Click the link in the description below to connect with that video.
Hey, that guy looks like Sam Donaldson.
I would ask you to join us, but if you...
This is where the admiral and his staff would have meals and meetings in this room.
Gotcha.
But the admiral's job is to coordinate a whole group of ships. But he's temporary. After a month on one ship, he and his staff transfer another ship, and that would be the flagship for a while. But now this gets people. This is your air operation. You send out your fighter squadron, bomber squadron, torpedo plane squadrons for a mission. The squadron leader would call back to the ship and know how the battle's going. See, the officers are down here. The guy in the white t-shirt back there has to learn to ride backwards so he doesn't interfere with the officers.
I see applications, and data received over multiple channels.
Which is the room that, the captain had a captain's mask in.
All right.
Now, you know, when Blake Shelton spent the night in the captain's quarters,
Yeah.
his entourage spent the night in here.
Oh.
They all air it out thing. Remember, we walked through that porthole and saw the captain's office?
Yeah. Oh,
That's that porthole.
we're in the captain's
That's
office.
what you saw.
Right.
But what you did not see is the captain does not have any legs.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't have carpet on some of the decks and drop ceilings. You know what NWTD means? Non-watertight toilet.
Non-water, so that's not going to stop anything.
And just go down the hall. That'll get you down to the hangar deck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. What was your name again?
What was your name?
Bill.
Bill?
Mark and
Thank
Jacki.
you, Mark and Jackie. Thanks for the tour today.
All right.
Now, this is cool. So we're on the flight deck. This is where they would actually take off and land the planes.
There are 20 aircraft aboard, stuff like Skyhawks and Sky Warriors, anti-aircraft guns, landing gear, and lots of naval history.
My dad, Larry Simmerl, served on the USS American, and I was texting him back and forth while we were here, and it was just such a cool experience. I did learn that he worked on the A4 Skyhawks and F4 Phantoms, and while the exact models he worked on were not on this ship, there were very similar ones, and so it was really neat to send him some pictures and hear his insights. Honestly, it was a pretty emotional experience, just really connecting with the sacrifice that my dad made for our nation, for our family, and I was pretty emotional through this trip.
So if you have a military member in your family or you're someone who served in the military, please, in the notes section, go ahead and pop that in this. Tell us when and where you served, and we are so thankful for your service. And please, if you don't mind, subscribe and hit the alert button for more Empty Nester Live.
And don't forget, we've curated that list of military museums, and you can download that at the link below. Thanks again. Until next time.
Thanks again. Until next time.
Stop.